Hi, my name is Bronwyn and welcome to the next video in my channel, Just Get Started. So today we're going to just get started and make some inserts for a diaper. So in my last video, I taught you how to make a diaper cover. So if you want, that can be the shell for a diaper, and you can now make inserts and snap those into the shell, and you've got a fully functional diaper for your baby or for your friend's baby or to sell in your small business. So there are endless things that you can do with this. So I'm going to get started and show you how to do it. You can use all sorts of fabrics to make your inserts. I've decided to use cotton fleece, but you can use flannel. So if you have some receiving blankets that you're not using, you can actually go ahead and turn those into inserts. Those make wonderful inserts. You can use bamboo fleece, you can use hemp, you can use any sort of absorbing 100% cotton or bamboo or any sort of fabric that's going to absorb really well. And you want to have about 1,000 GSM per insert. So you want to make sure that your fabric is very thick, and otherwise you're not going to have very absorbing layers. Okay, so I'm using 100% natural unbleached cotton fleece, which I got from my local fabric supplier. I definitely love supporting local, and I would suggest that you do so as well. So wherever you happen to be, look up your local fabric store or your local fabric suppliers, or your work at home moms who are supplying fabric, supplying patterns, and support them, because especially in this current climate where everybody's struggling to make ends meet, let's support our local community so that we can grow together. Okay, so I loved the cover pattern so much that I got from Bugs. So I bought the diaper pattern, and that diaper pattern has got some patterns for inserts. So that is what I am going to use. If you haven't already watched my first video, I would suggest you do that, because in that video I talk about how to cut out your patterns and glue them together, stick them together. So I would go ahead and do that with your diaper pattern, your insert pattern, whichever pattern you're using. Cut it out, stick it together so that you can go ahead and cut out those inserts. Okay, what you're going to do now is lay out whatever fabric it is that you are planning to use for your inserts. As I mentioned, I'm using 100% cotton fleece, unbleached, natural cotton fleece. I washed it and I dried it 3 times before I used it, just to make sure I got as much of that shrinkage already set into my material. And how else you say it. But I've washed it, so please make sure you do wash your fabric before you start sewing. Otherwise you might find that the final product will shrink a little bit, so I don't want that to happen. So I pre-washed my fabric, and I even threw it in the tumble dryer just to make sure that I got enough of that shrinkage. Okay, so lay that pre-washed fabric down onto the table, put your patterns on top and draw around it. I'm going to be doing, according to this pattern, I need 2 inserts, a top insert, a bottom insert, and a booster. I'm doing 4 layers per insert. So my fabric is folded in half, so I'm drawing 2 of each, so 2 tops, 2 bottoms, and 2 boosters. I will then lay them together so that I have 4 layers of cotton fleece per booster. When you cut out your inserts, you want to leave a 1 centimeter seam allowance around it. So cut 1 centimeter away from where you've actually drawn that insert marking. Alright, I went ahead and I marked where those snap markings are going to go, so you will need to do that too. Use your washable marker and mark where those snaps need to go, and then you are going to insert your snaps. So check your pattern again, make sure you know where you're putting those snaps. Some snaps are going to be at the bottom, some snaps are going to be at the top of your boosters, so just double check. Okay, so now you're going to put your studs and your sockets into your boosters. Double check your pattern to make sure you get them in the right way. I'm telling you, I still get this wrong. I need to come up with a good system. So if you have a good system for me, please share it, because if I don't pay very careful attention, I just end up snapping a stud where the socket should be, or a socket where a stud should be, and it ends up being a bit of a mess. So don't do that, because they're very difficult to remove if you make a mistake. So double check and put them in the right place. For my boosters, I chose to have a topper. I'm using athletic wicking jersey, AWJ, for my topper. For my top insert, you can use cotton velour, you can use fleece, you can use bubble minky fleece, you can use whatever you want really. You can even use a pretty printed cotton lycra if you so wish, but I prefer the softer because it's what's going to go against baby's bum. So yeah, so you can use whatever topper you want, or you can leave it plain. It's completely up to you. Okay, once you have inserted your snaps, you're now ready to take those inserts to the overlocker, the serger, and serge them. Keep in mind that you cut an extra 1 centimeter seam allowance, so you're going to be able to serge and cut that so that you've got nice close stitches on your inserts. Pretty much that's all you need to do to create inserts for your diaper. So it's very quick, very easy. It's not very difficult at all. And now you've got wonderful inserts for your diaper. I would suggest that you watch my first video so that you can see how to make the shell for your diaper. And now you can snap these inserts into the shell. Thank you so much for watching my video. This is a bit of a shorter video this time, just to show you how to do the inserts for your diaper. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you have any other suggestions of things that you'd like me to do, and not just sewing related, it can be anything, then please do drop me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, remember, just get started on those projects. Don't let anything get in your way, and even if it takes you a couple of days or a couple of hours or 30 minutes, even if it takes a bit of time, just get started, get those things done, because we only live once and we need to do those things that we've always wanted to do. So see you in the next video, and thank you so much for joining me.